Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I can tell you what's going on in the bay today. The bay today is wet. That's right, it's pissing rain outside. Mother frigger. Typical, right? Beautiful all during the week when I'm busy with work and martial arts and things. But on the weekends, it's gotta be bullshit weather. I was looking forward to figuring out a way to get that kayak out of the boat tent and putting it in the truck and lashing it down, and I was going to head up the North Highway again and go hit up Lake Tomiko, this time actually, on the water, not on the bank. Anyhoozle. Yeah, I figure I'm going to have to do, two things. Number one, start fishing from the yak more often, and number two, I gotta call a boat mechanic. Not boat mechanic, but like a motor mechanic, and see about getting that motor in and finding out why the frick the compression is so tight. I can't figure it out. I'm not skilled in that area. People say that these engines are the easiest things to work on, but when you don't know, you don't know. And holy hell, is it humid out here. Anyway, guys, my battle plan for today is to get the oil changed on the truck. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. How wet is it out here? It's not too bad. I just saw something in my backyard that I didn't realize what it was until I just realized what it was. My goodness. And I got a soaker. But what I saw was this. Do you know what that is? That, my friends, is hogsweed. This stuff here, if you're cutting it or weed whacking it, and you get the sap on your skin, and then the sun is out, the sun's UV rays are amplified into it, and it'll give you like third-degree frickin' burns. Gotta be careful with that shit. Definitely won't be weed whacking it, that's for sure, unless I'm wearing friggin' full suit of leather armor or some nonsense. Anyway, so yeah, today I'm gonna head over to Jiffy Lube, get the oil swapped out on the truck. Probably saying, Adam, why don't you do it yourself? Well, number one, I'd have to do it in the driveway. And number two, why do it when I can pay somebody else to do it? Makes more sense. Because by the time I buy the oil, because this thing here takes like 8 liters, pretty sure this thing takes like 8 liters of oil. So I'd have to buy like 2 4-gallon or 4-liter jugs. That's $60 for the 2 jugs, like $30 a jug, unless they're not on sale, and it's 40 to 45. And I don't even know what my computer is saying on my oil life's at 6%. I go by that, by the percentage on the computer, because it's usually pretty dang accurate. Like it's actually really good. Because my next oil change is in like 400 kilometers. I figured just go on a rainy Saturday, get this done. Hopefully there's not a huge queue there. We can be in and out like trout, and then get shit done. Not sure what else I'm gonna do with myself today, because like, I know fishing in the rain is a great time, right? Like apparently that's the best time to go, is in the rain. I really don't feel like getting soaked. And I was like, they were calling for rain all day today, but I was like, that won't happen. Look at yesterday, it was freaking beautiful out. Super sunny, warm, no wind. I'm like, weather dick doesn't know what they're talking about. Sure enough, last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up to the sound of the rain was coming sideways, hitting the screen on the window in my bedroom, and then exploding and hitting me. I'm like, why am I getting wet? This is stupid. Then I realized, sideways rain, fun, because the wind really picked up last night. It got crazy. So, yeah, shit got nuts. But whatevs. We ate. Yeah, we got this oil swapped out. There was something else I was considering. Before, when I was talking about fishing kayaks, I actually mentioned another type of a boat. It's a backwater boat, they call it. It's an 8 by 4 foot rowboat. Literally looks like it's plastic Tupperware that you're sitting in. It's a rowboat, has a transom. You can put up to a 2 horsepower engine on the back, and to get around the lake, you can put a troller on the back or an actual 2 horsepower gasser and go ripping around the lake on it. But the reason why I was considering this boat is because literally they fit in the bed of an 8-foot truck. And I was like, all right, so if I get that, I could dismantle my camping setup, throw that back there, and then when I go places and there's nowhere to fish, I can just grab the boat out of the truck and row myself out on the lake and go play. Or if I have a motor for it, row myself out, drop the motor, and go play. Why are these people sitting on the side of the road underneath the friggin' tailgate of their truck? Go in the house. Oh, but yeah, I was considering one of those. because it's smaller and it's easier to carry around. Like the kayak's kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. I'm just worried about leaving the glass open on the tailgate, like on the bed of the box thing. I can't even talk today, guys. Yeah, I was thinking about leaving the glass open when I bring the kayak, but I don't know how secure that is. Like, I definitely want to tie it down with something so that it doesn't fall off, because I'm sure if you leave it open and it's bouncing around, that it's gonna gradually fall off. Oh yeah, freaking rain. I'm telling you, man, it's like during the week, beautiful. Weekend, shite. But might as well go get this friggin' oil changed out. And like I said, why do it myself, lay on the ground, drop the oil, and Ford puts the friggin' oil filter in the weirdest place on these Yotis. Like on the Trans Am, on the G6, on the old Ford Focus, all these other cars. It was like right there, like right beside the oil pan. There's the filter. Put your little your oil filter wrench on it. Crack it once to loosen it. Grab it by hand and twist the sumbitch off. And then drain it out and throw it in the oil pan. Let it friggin' drain itself out. And then drop your oil. Like, it was so easy. On this thing here, apparently it's like sideways in the block and it's a bitch to get to. So I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like swearing at my engine today or potentially screwing something up. So I'm just gonna bring it to Jiffy Lubes and let them deal with it, because they know the tricks. That, and it's what, $100? It would cost me probably around $70 to do it myself. So an extra $30 for some guy to drop my oil and put new oil in. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm friggin' definitely down with that. I don't care. Less work for me. Now, where the frick? It's around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There it frickin' is. Yes! No one's in the queue. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this off for privacy reasons. I'm going to let these guys change out my Earls. And, oh, this is a tight frickin' thing. And I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Peace. And guys, just like that, we are done. We are done. This is why I like coming to Jiffy Lubes. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but they also look at things that I normally wouldn't look at. Like, buddy looked at my air filter and was like, you know, it's still flowing, but it's kind of kife. And I was like, well, if that's the case, let's just slap a new one on while I'm here. So we did. And we are golden. We now have fresh oils in the truck. Nice and clean golden oils, which by the time I get home will probably be black. But yeah, we're under a heat warning. I just noticed that on my phone. It's like, warning, we're under a heat warning. Currently it's 20 degrees Celsius out, so I don't know. We'll see what the hell happens. Today is the second day of summer. Look, you can tell. Like, frig. Not quite sure what to do with myself today. I should try and get that injector working. I was thinking about it last night with the way it's functioning and how it's hard to put, because when I first bought that injector, putting it together, everything just slid together, no problem. It was nice and smooth. But now it's like the O-rings are binding on the shaft of the injector. So I started thinking about it, and I'm like, what if plastisol somehow got underneath the O-ring and is causing it to force expand out? But the problem is only way I can check this is by disassembling it. And the reason why this is a problem is I can't friggin' disassemble it. Just go. Holy crap, you get people in a four-way and they just freeze right up. You're going straight, I'm turning, just go. So I told him my kilometers were 47,973. He gives me a window ticket for 49,973. Like, he wants me to come back in 2,000 kilometers and get an oil change? What the frick? I don't think so. I'm gonna go by the computer's oil life, because that's literally like 2 trips to London and then I got to get my oil swapped. Come on. Friggin' truck to 2017 FISO. It's already broken in. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to people and figure out who knows what about what. And like, I got a buddy who works on small engines, like boat motors and stuff. Like, he fixed my buddy Craig's motor, but it took him 6 months to get it done because the guy's just so damn busy that he'll take on the work, but then forget about it and put it on the back shelf for like a month, and then come back to it, work on it for 20 minutes and put it on the shelf for another month. So it's like, I can't really go that route, because by the time I get it fixed, it'll be next season. It'll be friggin' winter, and kind of pointless to have a motorboat in the winter when, you know, there's no water. So Yeah, what do you do when you live in a shoe, eh? Get ahead and move to a hat, I suppose. But seriously, I need to talk to like a boat mechanic. Now, a friend at work said there's one down on Peninsula that's really good and, you know, really fair as far as pricing goes. I don't know what it's going to take to get that old Johnson up and running properly. Because like when we were kids, my buddy had a Johnson 9.9 on the back of a little 12-foot aluminum boat. And like we were like friggin' 8 years old pull starting that thing. And it started like a champ every time. Like I'm wondering if there's some sort of like a compression lockout system that's not supposed to engage until the machine, like until it starts. And that there's just janked up. Because I've heard about that. Like there's a like a button or something you can press and it like releases the compression so you can pull start it, and then once it starts then the compression comes back and it runs as a proper engine. But yeah, like I nearly pull the friggin' motor right off the transom when I'm trying to pull start it, so that's my only dilemma. Once I get that going, yeah, I have no problems backing her in over at Armstrong and ripping around on the freaking lake. You know what, guys? We're not going home. Maybe we should. There's nothing else that I need. Well, yeah, there's nothing else that I need. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, maybe we'll go to the mall and go to Dollarama, but go raid their fishing section, but they're probably... I don't need jig heads. I just poured like 30 of the son of a bitches. Friggin' buddy's dad gave me all this lead to use. I literally used one strip of lead and poured 30 jigs. It doesn't take much to pour jig heads and lead. And the best part is when it overfills and you get that little mushroom on top of it, you just cut that off with a pair of needle nose, sand it down a bit, and make it round again, and polish it with some 1000, and you got yourself a shiny little metal jig head ready to rock. Quarter ounce potentially, but like I sanded some off, so it's probably a little less than a quarter ounce. But they freaking fly, man. They freaking fly. I can send them. I can let her rip. I like how it's like dark enough to trigger my headlights. And what the hell am I hearing? Oh, it's my fishing rods in the back. All right, whatever. Anyway, it's pissing rain. Also, guys, I modified the way I mount my phone in here now. One of the problems I had traveling was the way I had it mounted before, the phone would sit right here. So the gear shifter would cover up half of it and I couldn't see the GPS right. So all I did was I flipped the freaking thing upside down. It sits in there perfectly. Yeah, it'll rock back and forth, but once you slap your phone on it, boom, it falls forward, catches on the thing, and holds on for dear life, and it's perfect. But I think that's what I was hearing. The knocking was my phone bouncing off the thing. I don't know. This magnet here, this one here works pretty good too. I got this here at Dollarama. You know, it's pretty sturdy. Like if I take this thing off and I strap you on, this one here holds on for dear life too. But the problem is when I engage the drive, oh dude, no, never mind. That's even better. Okay, Dollarama magnet, you're in. Sorry, other magnet, you're out. This is going to work way better because then I can just boop and then my phone's there, and when I'm in drive I can still see my phone screen. Because what I like on the GPS is down here it tells you how many kilometers are remaining in your trip. So like if bloke texts me, I can be like, hey man, I got about, you know, it's like 300 kilometers remaining. You can do 100 kilometers an hour. So I got 3 hours remaining in my trip. He never texts me when I'm driving anymore. He used to back in the day when I would come down, he'd be like, how far out are you? And when you gonna be here and stuff. But now he doesn't do that because he's sleeping for the majority of my drive. Because usually I leave Saturday morning at like 2-3 in the morning and get there for 7-8 o'clock in the morning. And frickin' rain. It's so damp outside. It's like muggy as frick. Yeah, normally he will text me, but like because I leave so early in the morning, you get there early in the morning, and then we go fishing the moment I get there. Last time he was so excited, it was funny. Like I got there and he comes flying out of the house and runs up to the truck and he's like, do you gotta piss? Do you gotta piss, mate? And I'm like, well, yeah, frig, I just sat in my truck for 5 hours and been playing the pee-pee dance while sitting. Like, yeah, I gotta piss. He's like, all right, go piss and then we're gonna go. We're gonna go, because he was anxious to fish. And I don't blame him because I'm always anxious to fish. Anyway, what am I gonna have for supper tonight? Am I going to pick something up or are we good? I don't know. I really don't feel like eating worms. What the frick is this? Stewing beef. Got a bunch of stewing beef and meatballs. Is this steak? Stir fry strips. We might go back out after, hit up a grocery store and see. Oh, frick's sakes, I left stuff in the truck. This is the reason why I can't have nice things. You know, if I actually had a rain poncho, right now would be an ideal time to go fishing. It's warm out, it's raining, it drives the fish nuts. People wouldn't want to be fishing in this unless they're hardcore anglers. I just got no way to keep myself from getting soaked. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a fan of getting soaked. Guys, the weather is so dick today. Like, look at this. So they say it's raining right now, but it stopped. And then it's gonna rain again from like 6 until 2 a.m. I have a feeling tonight I'm doing a live stream because there's not much else I can frickin' do with my time. But like, look at it outside right now. This is still the same day. Look at it. Look at the frickin', it's sunny out. Everything's glossy because it's wet, but it's frickin' sunny out. Like, what the piss, man? And apparently we got a heat warning in effect. Tomorrow it's gonna get super stupid hot out. Like, they're saying 30 degrees weather, 40 humidex, whatever the frick that means. So it's like, what do I do with my time? What do I do with my time? Gotta find something to do with my time. I got 2 days off, and then I gotta work for 5 days. Gotta find something fun to do in those 2 days, right? Otherwise you go stir crazy nuts. Friggin' insane, batshit crazy and stuff. I'm almost tempted to head down to Sunset and see if that rain disturbed up any fish. You know what? Screw it. Let's head down to Sunset and see if that rain disturbed any fish. I'll grab the old Progo here and grab my cell phone because kind of sort of need that. But yeah, like I'll go throw around some lures and shit. And if the rain gets bad, we'll just run back to the truck and frig off. On our way home, stop off at the grocery store, pick up a snack for supper because I don't feel like meatballs or stewing beef. Maybe we'll grab a chicken or something. I don't know. I don't frickin' know. Who the frig knows? Lou the frig knows, but that's about it. So yeah, let's pitter patter. You know, I saw my neighbor tooling away on his boat yesterday. I wonder if he knows a good boat guy, or if he is a boat guy. Maybe he can help me at least come up with a conclusion as to why that damn motor is so frickin' hard to pull. Because in the next coming months, guys, fishing down at the lake, it's gonna be impossible. Okay, so I'm over exaggerating a bit. Not the next coming months, the next coming weeks. Like the next 3-4 weeks, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to catch anything out of Lake Nipissing. So Trout Lake is an option, but the problem with Trout Lake is fishing it from the bank is not very easy. There's not many accessible spots to bank fish Trout Lake. There's one that I know of. My buddy goes there with his kids. They catch panfish with like little kiddie rods and shit. You know, he says it's pretty good, but like, you know, you don't keep anything you catch because you're literally just pulling panfish out of the water, and those bloody things are pathetic, right? But it makes the kids happy and stuff, and he says it's not bad to go and fish there, so I might go check it out one of these days, see just how cocked it is. And you probably noticed that I've been using a lot more of my spinning rod than my casting rod, and there is a reason behind this, guys. I suck at casting a spinning rod, so I'm trying to get a little bit more better with it. Now, some pro tips from some other anglers was how you hold the rod. Like, I've been holding it wrong this whole time. Basically your pinky, like you have that, I'll have to show you on camera, but one of the guys that I met back in 2020 when I was fishing at the point, that's another thing I would like to go check. Somebody told me the point is accessible now, that we're probably going to do that after we go mess around at Sunset. We'll go down to the point and just have a look-see, because apparently the guy who owned it sold it to somebody else, but apparently it's not zoned for sewer and it's not zoned for water, so, which pretty much is sewer. Because it's not zoned for that, they couldn't really build anything on it. So what they ended up doing was tearing everything down, like knocking all the trees down, cleaning all the foliage out, so it's highly visible from the highway, because there's been issues with homeless people setting up camps there, and they want that stopped because there's houses to the left and to the right of that area. So if you got homeless people there, and obviously they're not going to clean up after themselves, they're going to leave like liquor bottles and bags and shit laying everywhere, especially shit, because you know they're just shitting in the woods. So it makes it not that great. And people were using that beach. Like, I know a lot of people who go down there, like you used to see it on the videos when I was fishing down there. People were on the beach sun tanning and having at her and just living a good life, minding their own business. business, playing frisbee, playing spike ball, you know, whatever, just having a good time at the beach. It was literally called Hobo Beach by some people, but the proper name for it is The Point. Some people called it Cherry Point, but on Google, if you look it up, it's called The Point. Everybody knows about it. All the anglers in North Bay know about The Point. There was a comment like when from I want to say R. Hutch, but I could have that name wrong, where he asked me where I'm gonna fish now that The Point's taken over. And he called it my secret spot. Well, it's not really a secret spot, guys. It's known by everybody, but a lot of people don't like fishing there because it's super snaggy. Like, I remember one year I went out with Sarah and she burned through 10 jigs in 2 hours just because she kept snagging and snapping off. It's not exactly an amazing location, but it is at the same time because all the fish come in there because of the bait balls. You know, you got your shiners in there and all that. Tons of bait show up at the point. So then you got the pikes rolling in, you got the bass rolling in, you got the walleyes at night rolling in. A great spot to fish. But I was chatting with Sarah about that, and she's like, there's people going out there. Like, the fence is torn down now. And I'm like, it is? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, frig, I haven't been by there in forever. We went right by it last night when we left. Well, you guys didn't, because I just kind of hot shot from Sunset to the dock. Last night, I drove by and I didn't see the orange fence up. So I don't know what the frig's going on, man. Maybe it's open to the public again. Because if it doesn't have no trespassing signs on it, then I can go there. But with the shad flies coming into season, there's no real point in fishing Nipissing. Like, me going now, I'm probably not going to catch anything. But I just want to get out of the house because being in the house is driving me crazy. Like, I'm literally just Saturday afternoon, well, Saturday supper time, and I'm sitting in my house watching Netflix. What the frick, you know? It's summertime, it's not winter. But if it's going to be rainy all freaking day today, like, I might as well schedule. Tell me it's not starting to rain right now, for crying out loud. I'm not even near my location. Yeah, like, if it's gonna rain, I might as well play some Schedule 1 tonight on stream and interact with you guys, which is normally what we do on stream. You know, I'm just playing a video game in the background, but people are chatting with me and I'm just chatting back. That's why, like, if people think this is a traditional stream like on Twitch, it's not. It's kind of like a just chatting stream, but I'm playing a video game at the same time. And, you know, it's great because some people know more about the video game than I do, so they can throw me hot tips and get me to progress a little quicker. And then other people just come in and start asking questions like, what's going on with Dirty Bird and such, you know? Like, they're not really watching the game, they're just there to socialize. It's great. Like, I have fun doing that. I thought about doing a just chatting stream where I just jump on webcam and chat. And I told Bloke, I'm like, you know, next time I'm down fishing, if it's next weekend or the weekend after, I don't know. It might be this weekend coming up. It might be the next one. Weather permitting, right? If the weather's shite, I ain't leaving. I'm staying home. Because there's no point in me going all the way down there just so we don't fish because it's too wet. But then again, last time it was pretty wet and we still went out. I should go to Walmart and buy one of those stowaway ponchos. You can, Ozark Trail sells them. They compress down into like a little pouch. Just chuck that in my new fishing bag, and like when it starts to rain, just bust that sea sucker out, explode it into poncho mode, put it on to keep the rain off me so I don't get too saturated. You're still going to get wet wearing a rain poncho, but it's not as bad as being exposed to it. And then freezing, like, because let me tell you, like, it can be a hot day. When it starts to rain, you start getting nailed with water droplets. That hot day becomes a brutal day, because then you're all sticky and gross and stuff, and your body's like, yeah, your body can't decide what temperature to be. It's like 30 degrees out and you're shivering. That's so dumb. But yeah, they sell those little pack-away rain ponchos, and if you want the full kit and caboodle, they have the overpants. Yeah, we'll go see if anybody's down at Sunset. I doubt it. Everybody's going to be scared of the rain. I'm not as scared of the rain, I don't feel like getting wet. Not a fan of getting soaked, boys. We'll risk it for a biscuit, especially because my GoPro right now, in its current configuration, is not exactly 100% waterproof. But I was looking up that cable for GoPros that makes it where you can hook it up to a USB power source, and still it's 100% waterproof. Literally, it uses like, kind of like the attachment on my Fitbit, like the power adapter on my Fitbit or my headphones, where it just magnetically connects to some pins that are that transmit power into the USB port, and you can also use that cable to transfer the data off the camera into your computer, which is pretty dope. Why is everybody stopping at a green light? Like, are you guys on drugs? Frig off, nerd. Holy. Turns out people think my truck's a cop truck, especially because I got this damn camera on my dash filming everything. They look in the rear view, they see this black Ford, and they figure I'm OPP. And then they're like getting all nervous and slowing down and driving under the speed limit. And especially when they see this camera on the dash, they don't know what it is. They probably think it's a LiDAR detector or a radar or a speed trap. So they slow down, and then they pass and they look in the window and see this friggin' guy wearing a sweat wicking shirt with a mohawk and go, what the frick? He's not a cop. He's impersonating a cop. I'm not even doing that, bud. I'm just driving a Ford F-150. Frig off. Like, I don't get it. People are nerds. Yeah, we'll go, holy shit. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but there's like 7,200 geese in the soccer field right now. They're just like sitting there just doing geese things. The Canada gooses are back, boys. I remember when I used to do my bike runs down here and I'd drive by the geese, they'd honk at me. They'd be like, honk, and I'd be like, honk back, and they just look at you. You know, I can honestly say I've never been attacked by a Canada goose or cobra death chicken, whatever you want to call them. I've never been attacked by one, but I did have that one down south last time I was with Bloke in Sarnia. Totally have a hiss fit and friggin' raise its wings at me. I was like, am I gonna get into a fight with a friggin' goose today? Like, is this gonna happen? Am I gonna have to scrap a goose? Because I will frickin' wreck that bastard. I will totally catch, clean, cook a goose, man. Have you ever had a goose? You ever eaten goose? It's not too bad. It's pretty damn good. I have no problems freaking murking one of those sons of bitches and chucking it in the air fryer. Zero friggin' problems with that. Oh, they're looking at a car from friggin' the Shylock department. Husband and wife looking at picking up a new car from friggin' mycar.ca. That's where I bought my G6 from. What a frickin' lemon that car was. What a piece of shit. I'd never buy another vehicle from one of those Shylock lots unless they were way, way, way undervaluing it. Like, oh yeah, we'll sell you this $10,000 car for $1,000. Done. I'll take it. Mind you, I can see a lot of those Shylock car lots doing a lot more business in the near future if those tariffs come into play on vehicles. I don't even know if that's a thing now. I know when I went into Ford on my vacation, I went and talked to them about this truck. I didn't bring you guys along because I figured that'd be awkward filming them and shit. But Buddy offered me 16 grand for this truck. 47,983 kilometers right now, but at the time it had a little less. He offered me 16 grand trade-in value, and to pretty much get the same thing in a modern year was pretty damn close to 80K. I paid 40 grand for this truck back in 2017. Why the frick would I trade it in? Because it doesn't have a backup camera? Well, it sort of does. It's friggin' Lee press on, but it's there, you know. Why the frick would I trade in my truck that has next to no mileage, hasn't given me any ounce of problems, and just works for something new? Like, these people who go around and always have to have the latest and greatest, like, it makes me question just how depressed they are with their lives. Because honestly, you don't need the latest and greatest to be happy. You just need to be happy with what you have. It took me a while to figure that out, you know. I always wanted the best stuff growing up, and 2 years ago I came in, well actually before that, when everything shit the bed and I was living friggin' choosing between putting gas in my car or food in my belly. Times were tight. But yeah, if anybody's wondering how to get down to Sunset, I'm literally taking you there right now. You might recognize this route when we went and picked up that East Indian food that one time. This place over here, this blue trailer, holy shit, guys. Oh, frick, I just hit the curb. If you ever want to get some good food, that guy makes a burger that'll blow your frickin' mind. And he makes this like ice cream with like candy bananas and candy strawberries, and then real strawberries and real bananas. And it is just amazing. Like, full on, you're gonna get diabetes from a bowl of it, but it's really good. It's really, really good. Like how she looks back, but I still gave her a bunch of room. Like, she steps off into the dirt. I'm like, no, I'll give you the room you need so you can look at your phone. Like, just chill, lady. Oh, I do see vehicles down here. See, and that's another thing. If I can get my boat operational, I can launch it right down here. I just don't know what to do with it once I get it off the trailer. Like, what do I know I can just park the trailer in this lot with my truck attached to it still. But what I don't know is, what do you do with the boat? Like, the boat's going to sit in the water. If you're not paying attention to it, it's just going to float away, right? So, like, what the frick do you even do with yourself? Anyway, not a big deal. I don't see anybody in my spot, so that's awesome. All right, we'll park right here. Boom, shakalaka. Transferring control over to the GoPro chest cam. Talk to you guys in a bit. Oh yeah, she's windier than frig down here. This is good because the wind is blowing towards the shore, which means that's going to push the bait fish up against the shore, which means we might accidentally catch a bass today, boys. And I haven't caught one of those this year. Caught a lot of rock bass, but I don't really qualify that as a smallmouth or a largemouth. I qualify that as a panfish. And even though they're fun to catch, they're not exactly something you want to talk about, you know? We'll chuck around this swim bait here. Oh yeah, she's violent today. Look at that. She's a violent day today. This is gonna be golden. This is when you want to be fishing, boys. This is also when you want to be using a spinning setup. Got him. Told ya. Frickin' a told us so. Holy, he's a heavy bitch. Okay. Trying to grab the line. Trying to grab the line. Got him, boys. Just like that, eh? Just like that. Let's open this bail up a bit. Let some line out. All right, let's grab this nerd. There we go. First bass of the season. Barely hooked. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. Nice. On the swim bait too. He broke my tail off, that jackass, but like I told you, first cast, first fish, first release. Bye, buddy. Catch you later. Literally. You're gonna come back in 30 minutes and probably eat, you friggin' nerd. Oh man, he ripped my tail off. I wonder if this would catch anything. Let's try it. Let's frickin' try it, boys. Oh, I'm glad I came out today. Got to catch fish, so that was pretty cool. Now I sent bloke a picture of the Walters I caught the other night, and he's like, what the frig, that's not fair. I don't know, maybe he hasn't been out fishing much since I was last there. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got tons of spots to fish too. It's just with bass not open, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, when I hold the rod, I hold it like this. Your pinky goes on the back end, and then you just grab the front end like that, and then you just straight up reel. Then when you get a fish on, you just crank it. And if you need more power, get back here and start working it, you know? But you guys do know the problem with YouTubing, right? I'm only allowed to catch one fish per video, so yeah, I just hook the line like this, and then you just bring it back and sail it out. That's what I've been told to do, and so far it's working fine for me, so I'm just gonna go with that logic. Oh, there's a duckling here freaking out because he lost his mom. Poor buddy. Can you guys see him? He's right there. And he's freaking out because he can't find his mom. And then there's a freaking red-bellied robin right there. Yeah, that rain's moving in. Now it's taking over the islands out yonder. No, I really miss this, guys, coming out and just freaking fishing and having a good time. And I don't really have a lot of fishing friends. The only ones I have live 515 kilometers away from me. All I know is when Bloke and I get together, man, you guys don't realize it, but we literally leave at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we don't come back until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Like, we go out for a full 12 hours of just superior onslaught on the fish population. And we're lucky if we each catch 2. You know, it's just one of those things. So, you know, I would be able to cast this out further, but the problem is, I don't know if I can get it on camera. Right here, there's a wind knot, and it keeps catching the top guide. It's also the reason why I'm having issues tying on any sort of a leader line. I tried the FG knot, but I fumbled that really hard. And I tried the Alberto. It was working till it didn't, and I launched my leader line into the water with the lure. So that sucks. And bro was like, try the double uni. So I tried the double uni, but the double uni's too thick to get through that top eyelet. because it's so damn freaking narrow. It's like a tiny little islet at the top, which is weird for a spinning setup, but getting attacked by all these little shit flies. I miss the wind. Gotta remember to start packing bug spray in my freaking bag. I gotta definitely pack bug spray for blokes because they got these little asshole flies down there called no-see-ums, and those sons of bitches, you don't see them until you feel them. But guys, I'm probably gonna call it here for fishing because, okay, one last cast. One last cast is what everybody says, right? But yeah, I'm gonna head her back to the truck there and we'll go take a rip down Lakeshore, see if the point's still cocked over. And then maybe we'll go get something to eat and go home and set up a live stream for tonight. Play some Schedule 1 or some Horizon. We'll see if either one of those got any updates. I haven't played them in like 3 weeks. We might have some updates on both fronts. Let's get this thing hooked on. I don't know, guys. At first, I didn't like having the bait holder back here, but now it's kind of growing on me. It's kind of growing on me. All right, let's pack up the sack and get the frick back because there is a shitstorm coming and I don't want to get caught in it. We're gonna tow it, so started walking back to the truck and it started to rain. I don't want to be out here in this. Just check out to see if the point is open for business. Not that I'd ever want to launch a kayak. Honestly, if I launch a kayak on Nip, I'm probably going right down here at the boat launch and I'm sending it. Slow down, blind driveway. Well, frig, get it some glasses. See, I'm good with dad jokes and I'm not even a dad. Well, that I know of. Frig, that's a fat chipmunk. Holy shit. Thought it was a Pomeranian, for crying out loud. Them guys been eating. But guys, we didn't get skunked. First cast, first fish. Don't even need a shovel to dig it. But after that, it was like, forget about it. What's going on down here? Why is everybody dressed all dressed up? Like, look at this chick. She's got one of those like slit dresses on. Are you in reverse right now? What the frick are you doing, bud? Holy, figure it out. City of North Bay employee friggin' lost on the streets of North Bay. What an idiot. All right, I'm gonna kick the camera sideways here so you guys can see what I'm gonna see while I'm driving because I don't have the wide angle lens on right now. You're gonna see a puppy dogs. Hey, oh, puppy dogs. Hi, puppy dogs. Yeah, it's starting to piss. I'll just put her on level 1 intermediate wiper mode and we'll come down here and have a look-see to see if it's still all barricaded off. Sarah said it wasn't. She said somebody came along and ripped the fence down, but I was like, I don't know about that. Especially if it's just to keep the homeless people out. Like, you think homeless people care about no trespassing signs? They go to prison. They're 3 hots and a cot. Like, what do they care? There's a grounding beaver. No, it's still all fenced off. It's all fenced off still. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, bud. No trespassing signs on her and stuff. And sure, people are probably sneaking in through there. Oh, no, they got that fenced off too. But she said people are going out there, so I don't know. I don't freaking know, boys. I do know that I need to turn around. You know, let's just go for a drive, let this new oil sink in. This is going to be an hour-long video today of me doing nothing except for complaining about not wanting to get soaked. Oh, but I do need to get some food into me. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm fresh out of Monster. I drank my last 2 this morning to try and wake up. Yeah, the fence is up still with no trespassing signs, which sucks. It's like, frig, just let us go fish there. Like, the homeless situation is that big of a deal. Just have a cop car drive by every 3 hours and make sure nobody's setting up a hobo hut. Keep the land cleared so you can see on there clearly. And let people fish out there, for crying out loud. It's been a fishing spot since 19 Fish and Chips, for frig's sakes. People have been fishing out there forever. And now they're like, you can't fish out there anymore. The future home of the North Bay freaking community center, eh? Turning this, there's an area back there they're turning into a giant sports complex. Yeah, we'll rip the highway back home instead of going back through town. Frig it. Oh, I think a mosquito bit me right on my friggin' head. It's itchy. You guys remember when I used to bike and I used to come through here? This is a bike path and it leads out. I call it Snakeway Trail because you drive down there and freaking water snakes are sunbathing on the bike path. The amount of those things I've flattened with a fat bike. Holy. Farmers market's out here? I didn't know that. Yeah, so if I would have took a right down there, there's the military surplus store and a bunch of cool shit down there. There's Burger King if you're into that. And I think there's a Popeye's chicken down there too. And there's a Subway and it's like a truck stop type operation. But yeah, every time I go to Calendar, guys, this is literally the way I drive back home. I come up here and then I take 11 north and then rock 11 north all the way back to the bay. The problem with fishing at the government dock is people are, well, just like fishing at Calendar, like last night when I was fishing at Calendar, you get people with zero etiquette. Like, if I see you're fishing at a spot, I'll watch where you casted, and I'll do my best to keep my line the frig away from you. I also won't stand in a location and then cast on a 45-degree angle completely. Oh, frig, there's a truck there. You know, I'm not about to like start casting into people's lines. But that's what was happening last night, and that was pissing me right off. It was just not cool. You know, of course, when I asked the one guy, I'm like, are you keeping the fish you catch? And he went, yeah. And I said, okay, just make sure they're in the slot size, eh? Like, if they're not in the slot size, that's highly... Did this guy just feed himself to the guardrail? Oh man, that guy's tire just completely came apart. He is cocked. Hopefully he called for help. But no, like, there's fishing etiquette that people don't follow. Like, don't crowd anglers. Like, don't stand right beside them and fish. Give some space. Don't cast over someone's line. If it's an accident, okay. But if you're purposely doing it because they're in the spot you want to be in, then you should have got there earlier. But when I asked Bro Beans if he had a license, he just grinned at me. He goes, a license for what? I'm like, for fishing. And then he just grinned at me. And I'm like, oh my God, you don't even have a license. Like, why can't my heat score with the M&R have happened last night with them showing up? They would have made bank. Because I guarantee you, not a single one of those guys had a proper license for fishing. This is also a good lake on the right. Twin Lake. Lots of pike in there. I wouldn't eat them, but lots of pike in there. And just like that, we're back in North Bay. This is also the route that I take to come back from and go to Blokes, is this highway here. Because it goes down, turns into the 400, then the 407, then the 401, and then Blokes. I also thought about going out to the Quebec border and fishing the hydro dam out there. Apparently it's pretty wild. All the fish like to spool up there because of how oxygenated the water is. Okay, easy. Come in. Frig sakes, that car almost smashed me. Yeah, we'll go over to Independent, see what they got that's ready to eat. If not, we'll grab something that we gotta cook. I could really go for like a steak tonight or something. That sounds pretty damn good. Steak or a chicken. Either freaking or, man. Yeah, we'll go pick up some Monster. Sounds like a good idea. Because I love my Frenchman parking. There we go. Alright guys, I shall return in a Jiffy Lube. Whatever that means. Holy, talk about Loblaws being a bunch of cheap friggin' bastards. Loblaws is a grocery chain up here in Canada, and they've recently changed their chicken wing deal. You know, when I first started buying the chicken wings from there, it was like $16 for 30 wings. And then it was $16 for 22 wings. Now it's $14 for 14 wings. Friggin' brutal, man. She doesn't want to get soaked either. She almost ran right in front of me. I'm telling you guys, I'm freaking telling you. World's going to hell in a handbag. I don't know how it is in the US, guys. How have your groceries come down in price? Like, are you guys paying an arm, leg, and a firstborn for a freaking stick of butter? Like, what's going on down there? We don't really get your news up here because, you know, social media blockades and stuff, courtesy of the Liberal government, preventing us from seeing anything outside of Canada, and apparently anything inside of Canada too, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, look at the rain coming down now, eh? Look at the rain coming down now. I'm glad I got off the lake when I did, that's for sure. I am wet. Oh, shit, did I just high beam somebody by accident? I was almost gonna go to Walmart. I was like, oh yeah, I need AAA battery, or I need 9-volt batteries for my heat gun, but then I remembered that I found one, so we're good for a bit. But I do need to restock up on my 9 volts because I changed the smoke alarms in February there, and they're going to be due for a new battery soon. I think you're supposed to change those every 6 months. I usually change them out when they start going chirp, chirp. I'm like, all right, I get it. You're out of juice. You're looking for some more juice. I'll give you a new 9-volt. I remember when I was a kid, we had so much shit that ran off 9-volt batteries. Now as an adult, we don't. It's like AA and AAA are king. Like we used to have walkie-talkies and shit like that all ran off 9-volt batteries. And it would just suck them dry in a day. Like you'd drop a 9-volt in your walkie-talkie, go out in the yard and playing walkie-talkie games or whatever, and that thing would be just completely kaput after the one day of playing. Oh, frig, there goes my chicken. There goes my chicken, boys. Chicken down. Son of a bitch. Now to get soaked going into the house, bringing in the camera gear and stuff. Super fun, happy times. Yeah, this is going to be a long-ass video of nothing. Well, that's what happens on days when it sucks and I don't know what to film. Like, look at how the weather turned. Like, it went from this weather this morning to get the oil change to super sunny and nice, a little bit of wind, but whatever. We're using a spinning rod, we can get it out there. And then back to this. Like, then tomorrow is supposed to be a heat wave, like 30 degrees Celsius and 40 something wetness, and like, frig off. Friggin' Canada, man. Make up your mind. You're gonna be hot or you're gonna be cold? Are you gonna be wet or are you gonna be dry? Like, let's go. Let's go already. Figure it out. It's been a while since I've live streamed, so tonight we'll live stream. I'm just trying to decide if I want to play Schedule 1 or if I want to run around and drive beyond horizon. No idea if either developer have updated their games. I haven't been on the gaming computer since the last time I streamed. It's summertime. I'd rather be at the lake throwing lures into the water and potentially catching a fish than sitting in front of my computer playing video games. I find video games is more of a winter thing. An old childhood friend of mine reached out on Facebook and asked me if I gamed, and I said I do, but I don't do it as much in the summer because I'd rather be out there catching fish and doing summertime outside things. Like, but I do game, but he games on PlayStation 5 and I refuse to buy another console because I never use the damn things. But anyway, guys, we are home. I'm gonna take this shit in. I'm gonna hide you guys because you're not waterproof. Well, you yourself is waterproof, but the thing I'm shooting this video with isn't. So I'll chime back in a minute. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Get this live stream scheduled up. Hopefully the power doesn't go out tonight. We can't do it, but if we can't, we can't, whatever. But on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like button, questions, comments, concerns. Down below they go. One day we'll get that boat fixed. One day. But until then, bank fishing it is. Until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.